Alright boys, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Play Touhou New World, and I just want to make sure I got the name right. Yeah, okay. So, boy howdy. Well, I guess we should just start off with the talks of trans people and Elon Musk, since apparently that's going to bother a great deal of people in our audience, but you know what?
Get idiot.
Get bent, idiot. Okay, so, last time we technically did beat the game, but this is one of those cases where, well, first of all, I do want to say, guys, that this game is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to, actually.
And we're not even halfway there.
Yeah, that's depressing. Jesus, this is this is a good burn out the audience. Something fierce. I really gotta put some filler content up every once in a while. But okay, so last time we did actually beat was literally Nibiru. I didn't think that was actually based off of anything actually mythological, but now we got a Yu-Gi-Oh card named Nibiru, and now we have an actual thing in this game named Nibiru. So it's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess this is like something that's actually from a real mythos. I'll have to research this at some point in time. But anywho, boy, I'm realizing we really gotta take a break from Touhou coming up. Holy fucking shit.
Unfortunately, that's not really in the cards. And we technically already did.
Yeah, I know.
Them's the breaks. We keep getting... A lot of it also had to do with the fact that we kept getting cut off early a couple of times, too.
Cut off how? The problems with the Elgato, or what?
That, or, oh, hey, wanna go out to dinner? While we're like an hour or two into a session.
Well, no, we weren't. What happened was Taylor had to go pick people up in the airport. Then that happened like 4 hours into it. We were almost done with the game, dude. Well, it's fine. It's whatever. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm electing we take a good solid break after at some point after we get done with the next project coming up. But anyway,
all right.
So side content. What could we possibly be doing now that our little gremlin here is back in the real world?
Just wrapping up some loose ends. Hey, we were on the side. We were doing some training to get back the power we lost because we got Metroided.
Okay. Now
we got to finish up our training session.
Yeah, I suppose that fits, I suppose.
And we're back outside again. Suddenly now everyone can go outside.
So I'm going to assume that means we actually do have to fight Constant at some point in time, since that actually does not happen yet. There's a golden armored knight in the background there.
Yeah, they're not good about clearing the field before cutscene.
Apparently not.
Wait, hold up a sec. A song is actually playing during dialogue. It's faint, but it's there.
Yeah.
This is like the first time ever, probably.
Well, it does help we're not actually going into a boss fight, but I imagine that will probably be happening much later on. Anyway, also one cool thing that's going on. Two things, actually. One, I'm finally bumping the recordings up a little bit in terms of quality. A little bit. Let's see how much I actually translate to YouTube. And also, new microphone setup. Who dis? Yeah, I'm aware that some of the audio has been a little bit choppy. I'm not too bad out of shape that, like, it's for a longer game that we get iffy audio because we need to mess with some things in order to get up and running. But you know what? I think we got to a good place now. Long story short, we got new microphones. Well, new microphones singular in order to kind of cut off the bit of echo I keep getting on the microphone. So hopefully all of that's going to be coming out decently well. I already tested audio. It seemed good. So let's see how that comes out. And also, I'm starting to realize, goddamn, wasn't there a trophy for getting to level 40 with one of the characters?
With both of them. Those two,
oh, both of them concurrently, shit.
Those two would get me the platinum. It's the only thing in this game I haven't done because it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, relatively easy platinum. I probably should, since I got the one for Johan A. May as well keep up the streak.
Oh, did you hear that? There's like a cute little trumpet noise that just happened when it's on the little drones.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just inundated with Touhou right now.
I'm realizing also how much of a tonal shift. It's not too much of a secret that obviously we're gonna be doing the secular a second not Castlevania game, but it's just funny that I just spent like 3 hours playing that game earlier, and the tonal dissonance going from that to this in terms of art style, it's very funny.
Yeah, you go from
Reimu, who's like 3 feet tall, to Reimu, who actually is voiced by an adult actress and also looks almost one-to-one like A. Belmont. It's pretty good, actually.
And you have Patchouli in that game, who is literally Sypha.
I get honestly more Alucard from her than Sakuya herself with the outfit, but that's just me. Although effectively she may as well be Sypha.
No, it's pretty direct. It's the cloak and everything. I think even the same colors.
No, Marisa is definitely not the same colors as Sypha.
I said Patchouli.
Oh, Patchouli, right. Yeah, I'm getting confused. It's been a long day, unfortunately. But yeah.
Yeah. And this game does kind of drag on you after a while. I expressed that to him a handful of times, actually.
Yeah. I am feeling that quite a bit.
Oop. This is a tiered stage. You have to clear a bunch of little objectives. And that thing's back.
Yay.
It never really leaves us, can it?
Nah, at this point it is really growing me though, because there's actually these things are called pukuris, I think. Yukari. I'm up by one letter. I'm getting better at this. It's funny because actually they do also return it in Touhou 2 as one up, but they are Sakura shaped now, which is really cute. I like shit like that.
The funny thing about that, when you're playing the Reimu mode, and you get to that stage and you find it hiding in the corner, it's still Sakura's head, even though you're playing as Reimu.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, those were all over the place in the original game. They toned down on them since it was free lives. There was the version I'm playing is the Switch version of those. So they don't have trophies, but they have their own list of in-game achievements, and that's one of them is find all of the hidden Yukuris.
Huh. No, God. I'm going to say up front, one of the other issues I've been having with that game is that it kind of starves you sometimes for one-ups actually gives you in levels if you don't choose to get started with 20 of them.
There's no reason not to. That game is going to be a bitch. I'll be a bitch right back. I'll do easy mode. I'll do extra lives.
No,
I'll do all the extra shit.
I'm talking about level design itself, but I guess that's a separate conversation.
Danger Tsuchinoko.
Hey, it's going to get set to 1 if you're not careful.
We finally found it. We finally found it in our trap cage thing in Phantom Pain.
You found the danger fat ass. Oh my god, there was destruction physics on that trash. Huh. Unless it was like a preset thing, that would be actually pretty impressive. Huh.
Probably. Ugh. Damn, I had something and I lost it.
We're not even 20 minutes in, we are getting the yawning. Boy.
Well, like you said, it's been a long day, and I just got some shitty news.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's fair.
Besides, we've already taken care of the story as it is.
Yeah, true. Now, if things go well, maybe you'll... How long do you actually want tonight to go? Do you want to just cap at 3 hours?
I think we've got time.
Yeah. Also, one other thing I should note, there's no chat on the screen. The reason for that being is because we're actually not streaming this right now. I figure there's not enough content left, and it's late enough in the evening that may as well just go ahead and wrap the game up really fast. Why the hell not? And, yeah, also... Twitch chat's usually pretty quiet anyway, so if we're not streaming like before 6, I don't think there's gonna be much turnout.
No, not really, but that's fine. I prefer the personal approach most of the time. Hey, we've got fairies here on the outside. How did our people get outside? It's one thing for the fucked up knife Roombas to be out here, but our people shouldn't be out here.
They're all leaking out.
You really didn't think about patching that hole in the world after we came back?
Oh yeah, especially since there's literally still that doorway that just leads right here, yeah. Inside the mountain.
We also have that rift that'll take you straight to the literal moon.
Yeah.
The good thing you found the one part of the moon where you can breathe.
I'm also, yeah, it's actually pretty cool. This game is wrapping up all those loose ends, because normally with these RPGs, I would not expect them to do that whatsoever and just keep them as is. And the game writers would be like, you piece it together, why not? You do it, idiots.
She said that she sent her assassins after us as a test of our final training. Those being the fairies. That's adorable.
Yeah, I don't trust their... I don't like their odds at even trying to down her at this point in time.
As an aside, I think I've said this before in passing, but the character we were just fighting, Star Sapphire, I think is actually one of the cutest Touhou designs there is.
I don't know if you brought that up, but I could definitely see it. She definitely has like a pretty cutesy design. Is that the milk one, or is Honey Milk? Okay.
The rest of them are more than a little goofy.
They are very goblin-like, and I do kind of expect that, honestly, with the fairies in this series.
Yeah, you can tell she's the goblin. She's got the fang.
Literally, yeah.
Their story in the background, as the background radiation of the series, is that they're always fighting Cherno for the title of Strongest Fairy, which is the title that effectively means literally nothing.
Did you just say background radiation of the series?
Yeah, because it's something that's going on in the background of a handful of different games.
I've never heard of that term used for writing. It's actually really funny. But I guess it also does kind of add up. You want to use your bombs for them? You did use that all for Sapphire.
To be honest, I kind of forget that I have it sometimes. This is a game where you definitely have to get back into the rhythm of, which is why I'm going to tell you for sure that later on when we get to real bosses, I'm going to have the problem where it takes me a couple of minutes to start actually dodging their patterns effectively again. You got to get back into the muscle memory. It's been like a month or something since we last did it.
Bob, you should have completed Marisa's story before you get to her.
It would be the polite thing to do.
I know what I'm getting into. I played a little. I know how she controls.
Yeah. I think you unlock her moves a little bit slower. And she does actually have more options. I think of the 4 available slots, Reimu only gets a total of 6 attacks. I think Marisa gets like 8.
She had a decent amount, but she definitely gets a pretty decent selection out the gate also.
They drain your powers for her too.
Yeah.
Have to keep some level of parity. But we can just say whatever, since there is effectively not much going on. And the last time we talked about the Game Awards.
I'll be real here, guys. I do get a little concerned sometimes when there's literally nothing going on. We just kind of spitballing about absolutely nothing. But given the absolute state of affairs, given how there's literally nothing going on screen right now, and if I were to start studying the series, we still have 25 hours to kill. It's like, yeah, I'm not. That's probably for the best. But yeah, the Game Awards were a complete fucking shit show this year.
Worse than ever.
Yeah, somehow. I mean, it's already been going downhill for a while anyway, with a bit of a dying reputation among of followers. But boy, howdy, was it particularly nasty this year.
Well, that depends on if you ever considered the Game Awards to be a legitimate institution.
I mean, it's a nice thing invented by one guy, but the priorities have been very skewed. 30 seconds if you are an actual
wrap it up, please.
Developer who just won an award. Wrap it up, please. 5 minutes if you're
Kojima.
Kojima or some random actor person.
They had a few things that sort of salvaged it this year. If you watched it, they had all of the Remedy Alan Wake stuff, and you had the actor playing Alan Wake doing a literal dance number on stage.
Okay.
So that was kind of funny.
That's neat.
But otherwise, yeah, no, it was pretty rough. And not a word of the fact that there have been like 8,000 studio closures and layoffs.
Yeah, right.
Go figure.
So I don't bring it up too often because the board's a bit of a clown show, but I will say that the video game board on 4chan is holding their Game Awards, and some of the categories are actually very fucking funny. One of them being best studio layoffs.
Yeah.
No kidding. Those fucking scamps, when they're not harassing women in video game journalism, they could be kind of funny sometimes.
Best layoffs goes to Wizards of the Coast for laying off 800 people in the wake of Baldur's Gate 3 selling so well.
Fucking what?
Because the studio that made Baldur's Gate 3, I think, is tied to Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, Sumireko is using some of her dream magic to turn herself into Reimu so we can fight ourselves. Doppelganger battle.
Yeah. The mirror match. I'm not sure what the percentage win rate is for this one. I'm gonna need a few online samples from online leaderboards in order to establish accurate matchup knowledge, but I think we're all good to go. Anyway, press bomb. Such intricate counterplay and interplay going on. Anyway, bomb button. Here we go. This isn't a dig at you whatsoever. It's just very funny how you can just will down the entirety of that to just one. Yeah, just press the bomb button. That's fancy. Do we get that move? I don't think we got that move.
We probably do, but it's too slow and not very good.
Yeah.
It's a very...
That's kind of cool.
Once I get back in the groove, it's a very dodgeable pattern.
Yeah.
But also, we're looking at some real numbers now, too. Look at her health.
Yeah, we are clipping off 1,000 even with just basic hits. That's pretty good.
This is one that you can get, I'm pretty sure.
Are those... Okay,
those are not floppy disks.
Okay, I'm glad you pointed out and not me, because I was about to point out, I'm like, I don't know if I'm about to say something mildly offensive to, or mildly culturally xenophobic, but why do those look like floppy drives? Which actually will be a very funny touch, given the series' origins. PC98, right?
PC98 is the platform. The series starts in 96. We get 5 games between 96 and 98. Then they take a 4-year break until 2002.
Yeah. Okay, so it probably would have actually started when floppy drives were still being used on computers, so that would be a fairly apt analogy.
CD-ROMs didn't fully take over until 99.
Shrunk into the void. She became a singularity. Also, there's some sick guitars going on in the background now. Holy crap.
The music for Touhou is always excellent.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just surprised to hear when we stopped talking, like, just a wow! Good shit.
This is finally coming full circle, and that we finally get to punch the nagging bitch.
Mm-hmm. Your assassins failed you. The mirror match failed you. I guess you'll have to do it yourself.
We only fought 2 of the 3 fairies.
We did. No, I thought we fought, well, as assassins, yeah, but I think we fought them all in this game throughout.
Do you remember the name of the 3rd fairy?
Sunny Milk, Star Saspire. It was something else very goofy. Don't remember. Trying to remember what. Girl with black hair, I think.
Blonde.
Blonde. Wait, no, that was Sunny Milk that had blonde hair.
Her hair is red.
Oh. Okay, I don't remember then. Fuck.
Luna Child. We did not fight.
Damn it.
We did not fight the 3rd of the 3 Great Fairies.
I should have fucking remembered that one. Yeah.
So hopefully they come back, or maybe that wasn't just a weird they fucked up their order.
Yeah.
Sometimes sacrifices must be made.
That's the correct, oddly cold and calculating way to look about it.
But yeah, she's been slowly doling out power-ups to us over the course of the game whenever we did her side quests. And when we beat her, she's going to give us the final power-up.
We can't be fighting her right now because the music doesn't cut out.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so no, this can't be a fight against her.
Or not.
Oh, I actually called it.
Yeah, you did. Look at the stones.
50, holy hell.
Yeah, normally they only give us,
Is that a notification? Your computer, my computer?
You're the one that said you had the Windows update, but my computer randomly decided to turn on.
Okay.
So she just gave us the final power-up for our ultimate attack, which means it's going to be doing a hefty amount of damage.
Nice. Does it matter which one you use?
No, they both get powered up at the same rate.
Okay.
Your regular attacks are powered up, level up based on usage. Your bombs get power-ups at certain points in the side quest stories.
Right. Okay.
So theoretically, you could make the game harder for yourself by not doing any of the side quest stories and having the weakest bomb of all the entire game.
Theoretically, I don't think that would matter too much, considering if you know how to dodge the opponents, then I don't think that matters too much for your build as it is.
That's the philosophy of the genre.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, either raise survivability in order to protect yourself, or raise offense exclusively and just rely on good technique in order to dodge everything.
That was tracking in the wrong direction. Her weapon is a flower now instead of a scythe.
What, the fairy just killed?
Yeah, the mini-boss fairy.
Okay then, excuse me. So, Flandre?
Yeah, we gotta get one in every time.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm crazy. It feels like my attacks are charging slower than they were before.
I don't know. I'm just saying, I feel like there is actually a lot of other more interesting. Okay, despite the fact that I do still like Remilia and Flandre, I think there are more interesting characters we could use as super bosses. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yuko maybe. I think they should be kind of cool.
The first game around, that was sort of obligatory since it was a Remilia story. This time around, it's like you're doing it out of, I don't know,
obligation almost.
We had the assets lying around, and Remilia technically is a mainstay in this story. Then she goes with us to the moon, and we built the rocket to the moon in her backyard. Yeah, also it feels kind of unnecessary because we already encountered Flandre earlier, and she seemed pretty irrelevant to the plot as a whole. Like, she said that, didn't she say she was looking for Remilia or something? And we just kind of ignored her, and she was just kind of like an afterthought for a Pachuli stage? No, I don't think we've seen her thus far. No, I thought we did. Weird. Maybe I'm misremembering that. I could be wrong. I don't remember having seen her yet.
I don't know. I think in recording for editing, I'm about to get to that area anyway. So I guess I'll be proven right and wrong one way or the other. It doesn't matter to me too much.
How does it feel to see a comparatively normal-looking Remilia and Flandre after just having played Kamajo Remilia?
I still love their designs in that game, though. Not gonna lie, but it is very funny going from I always forget the damn artist's name. The Castlevania art style to the more accurate, cutesy, bubbly look.
Yeah.
It was a Kojima, wasn't it?
Ayame Kojima.
Yeah.
No relation.
I know. Just always funny.
You have to say it like you're talking like that guy from the Boondocks.
No relation, yeah.
Uncle Ruckus, no relation. Oh, boy.
Also, can I just say that the texture work in this floor is fucking insane. My god.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it is so crisp. My god.
They're pretending that they actually have a rug here.
Yeah. How is she so fast? You've seen her before. You should probably know.
Yeah, we get chasing her around for the next 10 minutes, so I guess get comfortable.
I suppose so. I could, lean into a conversation about the Video Game Awards again.
Let's come back to that. Apparently, some interesting piece of news. You might want to actually pull your phone after this. There's apparently been multiple different sets of leaked specs for a PS5 Pro set to be revealed in September.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt, of course, but apparently that's been revealed, so that could be interesting. Aren't you going to feel dumb buying a PS5 within a year of the release of the Pro model?
Yeah, right? So
I say probably going to buy it immediately.
You know, honestly, I don't think I care that much because, okay, the PS5's been on such high scarcity for a long fucking time anyway. I knew that there was the odds of it being right around the corner, but I'm like, I don't fucking care. I need a hardware upgrade from the PS4.
Also, the really shitty-ass PS5 Slim, that piece of garbage.
Yeah, I think it was actually during this same game. Was it this game? I think we were talking about the PS5 Slim leaks. I think I remember us getting to that editing segment, and we're talking about it.
What I remember coming up was it got revealed formally while we were recording, and I said something to the effect of, yeah, we got leaks about this exact same thing ahead of time, so the leaks were correct about how it ended up working out with the detachable disk drive and the separate stand.
Well, I guess if we're talking about that, I'm going to will into existence by the sheer power of commentary. Switch 2 rumors. Probably also being real. Although, honestly, apparently it's being shown to a bunch of different developers and Nintendo's openly denying it, so you know it's probably real.
For legal reasons, they kind of have to, but yeah, some devs have been saying that they've had...
For legal reasons, usually they have to go with the I can neither confirm nor deny this statement. Or the I don't recall statement.
But third parties have been saying that, yeah, they've had dev kits for 3 to 6 months for a Switch 2 to be revealed next year.
Yeah, I think I was hearing something about possible reveals of it like in February or March. I don't know.
If they want to be smart and steal every news story and sale for the entirety of the year like they did with the original Switch, released in March, they'll do it again. Because it's not a good call at this point to release your console during holiday.
God, no.
When it's going to be on super lockup in terms of actually getting it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess to be fair, we aren't under... I mean, we are still under a pandemic, but we're not under actual lockdown right now, so I think it shouldn't be literally robbed out of stores and short printed out the ass, so maybe it shouldn't be too bad to get? Question mark?
Did you see that picture I sent to Discord the day that me and Taylor went Black Friday shopping, and they had the, like, stacked 40 high PS5s and Series X's?
I did see that, actually, and that was very funny. Especially when you consider that I've never once heard of a shortage of Xbox Series X's.
Series X is actually way worse in that regard than the PS5.
Whoa, this is a cool room.
This is the stage from the original game.
Yeah, maybe it's just a balloon that makes it not immediately familiar. Pretty cool.
Yeah. And also a sort of dithering effect.
Yeah, I see the weird tessellation going on the corners. It's kind of weird. Something going on with the shadows. Either it's a TV bug or it's a game bug. Not sure which.
It definitely feels like they tuned this place up because I can't imagine the original was this fancy, but this is the same boss room.
Yeah.
And hey, you're right. We got a boss fight, and now it's silent again.
Yay! Called it. We're on to your Scheme game.
I forget who it was that made it again. What the name was.
What was the name of what?
The developer.
Oh, yeah. Shanghai Project? No, Shanghai Project is the actual studio name of Zune. Yeah, I don't remember either. Fuck.
Her pattern is the same also.
Are those knives?
Yes.
Huh, going with Sakio moves. Interesting.
That's a neat detail. And a...
Anyway,
I think it's probably the same remix.
What was the song name? Owen was her, I think?
Yes.
Okay, I remember that distinctly because it always sounds so weird because, like, it doesn't in any way perform relate to Andre, but okay.
Her theme song and her spell cards are based off of the Agatha Christie story, and then there was one. The UN Owen was her is the name of the mysterious person that invited the 10 people to their secluded island to murder them sequentially under the pen name UN Owen.
That's literally a direct plot line of one segment of Oblivion. That's very funny. Actually, it's one of the most fun missions in the franchise. Funny enough, anyway, unrelated. Sorry.
It's a modern classic story. It's from like the 1920s or 1930s. There's a racist version of it that exists called 10 Little Indians.
Ah.
You might have heard of that name.
Is it racist because of the name or racist because of the content as well?
Yes, it still ends in 9 people being murdered.
Well, yeah.
Let's see what our enhanced bomb does now.
Well, 77. That is a bump. That is not too bad.
Oh, that did less hits than normal, I think.
13? I don't know if that's the normal one or not.
Also, Flandre is more famous for the McRoll. The
McRoll.
Meme song remix of her song set to footage of Ronald McDonald.
Ronald. Oh!
I was about to say, you do not know who Ronald McDonald is.
Well, obviously I know who Ronald McDonald is, but no, I only remember that because of the fucking... I'm gonna bring it up twice in one recording. I only remember that because of the fucking flashboards on 4chan, because they preserve like a lot of flash animations from various websites like Newgrounds.
Yeah, no, this is one of the old Touhou memes. This is like 15 years old.
Yeah, for context also, since apparently I'm giving a lesson in internet culture today for some bizarre reason. Those boards also preserve shit that goes back to fucking like 2chan back in the day.
2chan is the Japanese version of 4chan.
Oh, right. No, what was the original 4chan? Was it? No, 8chan's a different thing.
Albino Black Sheep?
No, that's a Flash website parallel, I think, to Newgrounds. If you, I'm gonna date myself by saying that I used to visit a less popular website for Newgrounds called TX Mafia.
I have not heard that name before.
If anyone knows what that website is, I'm so fucking proud of you because you also had to deal with a firewall back in high school and find ways to bypass it.
I remember UltraSurf.
I don't remember what proxy website I used in order to bypass that shit, but I also had to go to the website. The ironic thing is, despite Newgrounds being blocked and Albino Black Sheep being blocked, there was a Flash website that wasn't blocked. It was called 666games.com. And I go on there to play some fucking torture Flash games because I was bored. Not just torture Flash games, like a lot of like physics-based games as well. It was a weird time.
I miss coolmathgames.com.
Yeah, I think Cool Math Games was also blocked. God, those people did not let us have any fun whatsoever.
Nope.
No.
You're just supposed to read on there. UltraSurf was the primitive caveman version of a VPN.
Yep.
You ran it on a flash drive that you plugged into the computer, and it let you bypass all of their browser security checks.
Oh, flash drive based, fancy. Back in my day, we just used it through a browser.
There probably were browser versions of it, but eventually they figured out that they're going to this website to block it out. If you run it on a program, then they can't block it out with their browser control. Yeah, eventually
one of the other students saw me browsing MySpace using proxies, so they all started to rat me out if I didn't tell them how I did it, so I told them how to do it, and they all started browsing it, and then when the teachers found out, that's when they also blocked the proxy sites. I'm like, God damn it, the meta's evolving. And yet somehow didn't block out 666games.com.
I remember on that same flash drive carrying Game Boy and N64 emulators with me, so
Nice.
I was a TA for a computer class that didn't actually have real work to do, so most of the time I was just sat in the corner on one of the computers playing Mega Man Legends on N64 emulator.
Damn, nice. I didn't even know that. I forgot it was on that 64. I only associated that with PlayStation. Huh.
It was released 3 years later under the name Mega Man 64.
Ah, that would explain it.
And also playing, not for the first time, but for the most memorable time, doing a replay of Pokemon Crystal. That because it was on the flash drive, I was able to carry with me everywhere. Home, school, the library, what have you.
Yeah, I've been seeing that there's also... I've been also wondering about the possibility of browser-based emulators.
Oh yeah, no, those have existed for a while. You can play... I don't know how many consoles they have for it, but you can play Genesis in your browser nowadays.
Nice. Jesus Christ, she's is fast, though.
Look at her health bar.
Yeah, I know, 150,000. I've been wondering myself if that is higher than Yukari and Nibiru. I think...
Nibiru was 150, I think.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if it's 150 or 200k. It's something big like that.
Oh, we're going to get to 200k.
Yeah, we are not quite entering Yasmat territory from Final Fantasy 12, but I feel like left unprompted and maybe enough New Game Plus cycles, we might get there. I don't know.
I mean, we're almost there relatively. We'll get to something that's equivalent to that.